Canyon is one of the Northern Territory's most natural, remarkable, and it provides a home. I knew I'd get this wrong. 600 species of plants and animals, 600, as well as the local Aboriginal people. And Sean Lynch took a trip there as part of his adventures in the Territory, as we'll see shortly.
Still to come, Circle reporter Sean Lynch explores some more of the magnificent Northern Territory. And next up, we'll have the latest news headlines from Mr. Ronaldo Wilson. Back after this.
Now, if you've been watching The Circle this week, you might have noticed our roving reporter and outback adventurer who gets all the good jobs, Sean Lynch, has been travelling all over the countryside and in particular to Australia's remarkable Red Centre. Have a look at this.
Driving through the desert and visiting all of the great icons of the outback is surely as Australian as it gets. So, being the true blue adventurous type that I am, I'm getting off the beaten track in my trusty old four-wheel drive and making my way to Kings Canyon in Watarrka National Park. Characterised by high-sided gorges and mountainous rocky landscapes, Watarrka National Park covers 71,000 hectares and it's home to over 600 species of flora and fauna that you won't find anywhere else. But the standout here is, of course, Kings Canyon, which is arguably Australia's most beautiful naturally occurring oasis. Now, there's a couple of ways you can see Kings Canyon. There's either the 650 steps up to the rim walk, or you can take a nice leisurely stroll around the creek. So if you follow me now, we'll go straight to the creek. Now, if you can manage the steep half-hour slog to get to the top of the canyon, it is well worth the effort. But for the sake of my travelling companions, I thought it's only fair to explore the base. Tell us about Kings Canyon, because it's absolutely enormous.
It's Kings Canyon, formed 440 million years ago. That used to be an inland sea, and then all the water levels receded, it's changing climate, a shift in tectonic plates, and it pushed the ranges up. And then from one little crack, you have the beautiful Kings Canyon, which you'll see behind you.
You're like a scientist. Has anyone ever told you that?
No. The plant life, actually, considering we're in the desert, there's a lot of it. And the most beautiful ones are your gum trees. They have the ability to self-prune. So you'll notice that the limbs of it are dying off.
Right.
Therefore, they can drop at any moment. So never, ever park your expensive car under there.
Or your wife. This area also has a rich and interesting Aboriginal history, with the first white man to discover it only 150 years ago.
For 22,000 years, the Aboriginal people have been coming here, mainly because it's a good source of water, the permanent water holes, the plant life, the animals, everything that comes through here. There's so much for them to sustain their life.
So what is it that makes this such a spiritual place?
It's sacred to the Aboriginals for their men's business, which unfortunately, being a female, I know very little about. So the last men's business was actually performed 23 years ago. It still holds a very special place in their hearts. The simple thing is, it is unique. There is nowhere else in Australia that's like this. It's raw natural beauty. It's an ancient land. It's 440 million years old. Where else can you go to see something like that?
After an eventful drive through some of the most breathtaking scenery I've ever seen, and a somewhat less than strenuous walk along a creek bed, you can't help but build up an appetite. So, surely a moonlit dinner under a canopy of stars in the middle of nowhere is the perfect way to wind down and cap off a visit to Kings Canyon.